This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
All right, time to check in with the Lady Flames lacrosse team. My name is Nick Pierce, visiting now with Carly White here of the Lady Flames. And Carly, fall season's in full swing, and the team just finished a workout here this morning. How's everything going so far with fall practice?
Fall practice is going great. We crushed this weekend. It was very promising. We put more plays in than we've ever had this early. Things look really good. We've got 12 new freshmen, just sliding them through, putting them in positions they've never played in, just kind of feeling each other out. I'm very excited for the season, just based off of what we've done so far.
Yeah, with so many newcomers, is it important to be able to get some of these scrimmages in and get a chance to kind of mesh with everyone?
For sure, because we got to figure out who works best with each other and also learn what everyone likes on the field, and learning just so many new tendencies and faces. It's fun though. It's really fun to have new people though, because it changes the whole dynamic of the team really when you put that many new girls in. So it's awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. And for you, I guess, as a player, what is the difference, the biggest difference in the fall season and the spring season?
I think I used to say intensity, but I think we go even harder in lift and conditioning in the fall. So I think not intensity, but probably just the fact that we're learning. So we're going through new things, we're talking more at practice, kind of just like learning the fundamentals and how we work. So like the inner workings of what we do. And then in the spring, it's more like we're here, we're like working hard, and we're winning. So yeah.
And certainly the format has got to be different as well. I mean, you're playing these dates where you see three different opponents, and it's probably a lot more intense, I guess, each time. Hour sessions with everyone. How much different is it playing in those formats?
So in the fall, when it's like 3-4 games a day, it's like by the end of the day you're kind of gassed. But it's really like a different mindset. So like when you go in the spring, you're like there's this one game, there's this one team that we have to conquer. Like when it's in the fall, you're like, okay, these 4 teams, like we've got to get through. So each thing is like a new challenge, and it's like a whole day that you've got to work through. So it's just different challenges, and your body goes through a lot. And you almost like, you feel like I can't give all my energy in this one game, but really like you give it all you got each time. So you're really gassed by the end of the day though.
I can imagine. You had a good showing at Robert Morris last week, won all 3 games that you competed in there, and now you'll be at home here this weekend against Radford, Gardner-Webb, and Longwood coming to town here as well. Would be nice to play on your home field, not have to travel somewhere.
Yeah, it will be nice because we've gone falls without playing at home at all. And I personally love home games more than traveling, just because, it's our turf. Definitely, yeah.
All right, good stuff, Carly. Appreciate the time. Wish you the best of luck going forward.
Thank you so much.
All right, time now to visit with the head coach of the Lady Flames lacrosse team. Kelly Nangle joins us here. And Kelly, it's been an exciting fall so far. Take us through the formats here, because I think this is interesting where the way that you have it set up. Mm-hmm. You see 3 different teams every day that you play. Why is that beneficial for your team? Why did you set it up that way?
Yeah, well, going to this fall, I wanted to make sure we played as much as possible because we have a bigger roster. So we wanted to make sure we gave everybody the opportunity and we were able to evaluate everyone, use different combinations. So I think there's a lot of value to having multiple games, but I also think getting to see different teams, as many different teams as possible, so that we can prepare as well as we can against different offenses, different defenses. So, yeah, I'm really excited. We have really quality opponents that we're playing this fall.
Yeah, you got about a dozen or so freshmen out there on the field as well. So mixing all of them in, finding out what their strengths and weaknesses are, this probably gives you a good opportunity to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And, the rules significantly changed from high school to college. They're changing it now where the high schools are getting more of the rules that the college rules. So our freshmen need as many game time type of experiences they can get in the fall. And we have a big group of freshmen, but we have a lot of returners too. So this past weekend we were able to rotate them in with returners, so they were able to play next to experienced players, and I think it really benefited them.
Give me an example maybe of a rule or two that's different from high school to college and some of the obstacles that these ladies have to overcome.
Self-start is a new rule that just came into play last year. And so in the past for lacrosse, anytime there was a whistle, you had to stop. I'm sure if you've ever watched lacrosse, it's pretty frustrating because it slows down the game. So now it's free movement, basically. It's similar to soccer and field hockey. So that's a big change because you get so used to hearing the whistle and just automatically stopping. So now they have to continue to play. When the ball goes out of bounds, they just grab the ball and go. It's way better for the sport, but it's a tough adjustment for the freshmen. They changed the 8-meter free positions a little bit. The shot clock is a big adjustment. It's not as big of a deal. I think once they start playing with it, they understand it. It's kind of, they actually like it, but those are big things that, they could stand with the ball for 10 minutes on offense as a high schooler, and now you only get 90 seconds. So that's why it's really crucial that we get some game experience for these guys.
Yeah, no doubt. And the fall session will certainly do that against a lot of different competition. Let's go back to Robert Morris, talk about that. That was a successful weekend. Who were a couple of ladies that really stood out?
Carly White, now she's a junior. She's coming off 2 really good years. I think she had a really good day. Kayla Foster's a senior. She's been somebody we've relied on since she got to campus, and she continues to step up and be a leader on the offensive end. Hannah Quas, another junior midfielder. Mia, Bree. We return all of our middies, so all of our starting middies, which is really fun for us because that's a big position. Obviously, they play on both ends of the field. But I think overall, all of our returners played really well, and I think the difference going into this fall is that this group finished 13-5, so they're starting the fall confident and expecting to win games, and that's something that has taken, I'm in my 6th year now, and it's the first time we've started the year, with that kind of confidence, and you only get that confidence from winning games. So it's fun to see it carry over onto the field and, and just into everybody else, and then the freshmen go on and they're on with these confident upperclassmen, and it makes a big difference.
And you got a day coming up here at home this weekend as well. That's got to help with the confidence. You'll see Radford, you'll see Longwood, and you'll see Gardner-Webb coming up here this weekend. Kind of give us a preview of what the folks can expect.
Yeah, we're a super athletic team, and we're fun to watch, I think, because we play, our goal is to play 60 minutes of the game, play hard, and force turnovers. We finished the season last year #1 in the nation in cost turnovers, and we, want to continue to build on that and just be that team that's a force everywhere. We don't really take plays off. And I told the girls after our first game of the season last year, we had one of our committed recruits in the stands and her dad, and he came up to us after the game. He's like, I love watching your team play. They never take a play off. And I told the girls that's the best thing I could ever hear about our team, and I think that that really sums us up. And but they do it every day. We really talk about just every day coming out prepared, working hard, pushing through so that come game time you're ready, and that's paid off so far.
And you've got the Team 10 philosophy as well. Yep. Explain maybe what to the folks that maybe don't know what that is.
Yeah, we put that in last year, and it's just a baseline for our culture and the culture that we wanted to create. And we put it in at the beginning of the fall last year, and our girls really responded, and they hold each other accountable to it. And, they're holding each other accountable on and off the field. And, ultimately, that's successful teams do that. You can't rely on the coaching staff and support staff to do that. You have to be doing that within. And our girls they're a great group of kids, and they've really bought into it. And, we started this year, it's just so different because everyone knows the expectations. They know who we are, what we're about, and what we do on and off the field. And, it's easy for the freshmen to see and to understand, kind of leading by example. And I'm just really proud of this group for really embracing it and living it every day. That's what we talk about. We're not just going to say it and put it on the wall somewhere. We have to live this every single day, and it's hard. You have to fight for, the right almost to live by this and to really hold people to it. And I think our girls have really bought into it, and they do that.
One last thing. Tell me about Alumni Weekend and a program that's still relatively young. Mm-hmm. Having an alumni game, I guess, an alumni weekend. What's that going to look like, and how can some of the ladies get involved that maybe weren't aware of it?
Yeah, our alumni weekend is one of my favorite weekends that we have, and it's really has been awesome to see it grow. When I first did it, we didn't have very many people come, and now it's a kind of a big event, and we get a lot of alums that come back, which I'm pretty proud of because we don't have very many, like you said. And we do a whole big weekend. So we do our banquet from the year before in the morning, and then we play our alumni game after, and then we go to the football game. And we have our incoming recruits there. We have our current team and our alums, and it's just a really special thing. And, we've invited the alums to come to that and just be a part of everything because, we talk a lot about tradition, and when you're a young team, you don't just get it by just, showing up. It has to be something that we kind of embrace, and keeping the alums involved in everything we're doing is really important to me. And so they come to the banquet, they see where we are now, but we make sure to point out where we came from and keep them as involved as possible. So we just sent out the information yesterday, but we want our alums to come back, come to the banquet, come to the game, go to the football game, and just see campus. For most of these alums, they probably haven't been back in a while, and they come back and they see what all's going on here. It should be something they should be proud of.
I hope you sent them a traffic map as well, because things have changed a little bit here around campus. So October 19th and 20th, is that correct?
Yes, the alumni game at banquet is on the 20th.
All right, so come on back for homecoming weekend. And for Kelly Nangle, the head coach of the Lady Flames, my name is Nick Pierce for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.